Back in the ancient Vedic times, during
Yes,
Swayamvar,
yeah,
it was spoken that only the princesses and those of the higher classes had the ability to choose their counterparts. Could you please
yes.
elaborate on this?
Okay. Uh, First, the term Sanskrit term Swayamvar means Swayam means self, yourself, and Var means choosing. Okay, you're choosing, self-choosing, basically. Okay. Now that self-choosing applied to everyone, not just the princesses or anything like that. The thing was that the princesses in any time would be more under scrutiny. They are like the celebrities of today. Okay, you know, like your princess, then there's more attention on you. So when you choose, there's more hoopla about it. Yeah. Okay. But when a normal person on the ground level chooses, there's not so much hoopla about it. But they were also choosing the same way. You know, there's just not all this, like when celebrities do something, there's much more hoopla about it, in this day and age. It's the same thing. Like,
There's
yeah.
more pressure, for example, like because it will
Yeah.
reflect on the king and how it will affect his empire.
And all kinds of things might happen. But what I'm saying is this still self-choosing was, if it's allowed there, even in that kind of pressure situation, do you know what I'm saying? Then it'll be allowed even much more at all other stratas
Hmm.
of society. So that society had self-choosing for everyone, actually.
Hmm. And also, you were mentioning that back in the day, that these concepts of survival didn't even exist.
Yes, obviously, the thing was that everybody had food to eat, shelter, and all these things. The basic necessities were met for everyone. Okay, so then money doesn't become that important. Okay, and self-choosing only makes more sense when that is the situation, right?
Hmm.
Then you can actually choose how to spend your time, right?
Hmm.
That is also a choosing, right?
Hmm.
Then how to, and choosing whom you're going to be with or whom you want to hang around with or be around. That's also choosing. How to spend your time is also choosing. All these things make more sense when basic needs and necessities are met for everyone. Okay, so like ancient Vedic society was, everyone had, because Earth has enough bounty, you know, and it was distributed.
Hmm.
So there was no problem. And like like when the nature is like that, when people are like that, nature also gives more in abundance. Nature gives more abundance. You know,
Hmm.
it, like more fruits come, things grow easily, crops happen easily. You don't have to work hard. Right now, people are trying to basically somehow grow something, by putting in so much effort. You know, even though because nature is not giving, and you're trying to squeeze. You know, like so like something blood from a stone, basically. You know, so that was not the case. The more the beings are in tune with the divine will, in the divine way, in the natural way, nature provides anyways a whole lot.
Mm, okay.
So in those days, like people were not going planting trees or fruit trees or this thing. They were just there,
Oh.
and the fruit was just growing. You don't have to have like fruit orchards. Like you could just go and pick them up and just eat. Like there were things around everywhere all the time. You know, so there was a bounty and abundance
Mm.
from nature itself, and that always happens depending on the quality of beings. The more the beings are of that quality, the more nature will be like that. Okay.
Exactly, just as you teach us inside, so outside.
Yeah. So that's what used to happen. Okay. So then there'll be no struggle at all. You
Mhm.
know. So no one needs money to survive because you need food, shelter, all of that, and the climate stays nice.
Mhm.
Okay. And when human beings deteriorate and they do nonsensical things, that's when deserts happen.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and very cold climates or very hot climates, all these things happen. Okay,
Oh.
so when beings are all in the right way, then there's a climate control, automatic climate control. There's automatic abundance. You know,
Wow.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So all these things happen. So this is a responsive system. It responds to the kind of beings there are.
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
so right now people are just trying to extract things, forcibly. from nature, as if force can work, and that's
Using
why,
chemicals, pesticide, all this stuff on the food.
yeah. So it creates this attention for them only, and creates a lot of pressure for people to do meaningless jobs they don't like, and in order to earn enough to like pay the rent or pay the bills. And so they've created a complicated system, you know,
Yes.
in order to somehow go against it. They're going against the natural law, then make a complicated system to make it work. But that's not how it works.
Hmm.
That all of this kind of thing cannot last in time. It's not sustainable. It will collapse.
It looks like it's collapsing now. Would you say that's
Yes,
correct?
yes, it's collapsing. Yes,
Yeah.
it is past its use by date. Yes, yeah.
I'm
So
still looking forward to when everything is going to be like the Vedic times
yeah,
where all of
yeah,
that will come once more onto the earth to reign
yeah,
supreme.
yes, yeah. And that's what is going to happen. This kind
Yeah.
of thing cannot, this kind of madness cannot last,
Yeah.
long.
Hmm.
It's actually madness only,
Yeah.
to try to force things to happen when they can happen easily without any force, with the right intent, the right attitude. So, and nature always responds to that. So that's that's the thing. And so people should learn that, like, those times were very different times, and these things apply to both genders equally. Like, if people have this money slavery system right now, it applies to both genders. It
Hmm.
doesn't apply to just males or females. Like, it's not gender specific. Earlier times also, when it was not there, in Vedic times, it was not gender specific. Everyone had that freedom.
Mm.
So when you have freedom, then you have it for every gender in that way. So, so
Yeah. Freedom isn't selective per se.
yeah, yeah, yes. So that's what it is.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Grateful for your elaboration, beloved.